In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 3 very simple steps on how to write a fantastic appeal letter. Hi, I'm Brice Sokolowski, the founder of CatholicFundraiser.net, a website that's dedicated to helping Catholics like you with their fundraising so you can do what you really want to do, and that's your mission. I help over 3,000 Catholics across the world every month on things on how to help them with their fundraising, and I do this through my website, CatholicFundraiser.net. If you're on the website right now, fantastic. If you're not, jump over to CatholicFundraiser.net and make sure to download the free guide on how to fundraise called The 10 Commandments to Catholic Fundraising. 10 things that I think every person, Catholic, should be doing, whether you are the fundraiser, you're the director, you're a board member. 10 things that I think you should be doing when fundraising. Okay, so let's jump into an Advent appeal letter. Now, with a letter, you've got to do a whole lot of things. You've got to obviously captivate their attention, captivate their hearts, captivate kind of their thinking as well, and as well inspire them to donate. So there's a lot of things going on. It's not just a matter of, hey, please donate. It's the end of the year. You got to do a little bit more than that. Inspiring them to say it's end of year giving, your tax write-off. Those aren't the real reasons people are donating. People are donating because they're generous. People are donating because we are designed like God, and that means creating the image or likeness, which means we give just as God gives. We have that intrinsic need, desire to be helping other people because that's who God is. God is the ultimate giver. And so it's just a matter of reminding people that in a very gentle way because they're designed like that. So it's not a matter of telling people, hey, it's the end of the year, please donate. It's more along the lines of reminding them of this design inside of them to donate. And you do that 3 simple ways. Specifically with Catholics, it works really well. I've gotten great feedback from people who've used these tips, and I know they're going to help with you. And now I'm actually looking at my notes, which you can find on CatholicFundraiser.net. So follow along, and you can see everything that I'm talking about right on my website. So number 1 is you want to use a beautiful template. Now, if you have some type of newsletter or something that you send out, you can't just copy paste things on and have a whole bunch of colors. That's not beautiful. What I'm talking about beautiful is if you walk into pretty much any Catholic cathedral, especially the old ones, if you go over to Europe and you've seen some of the beautiful cathedrals and chapels and even churches, you see the, I always get this word missed on the top of my head. It's the windows, the stained glass windows are absolutely unbelievable. And stained glass windows tell the stories of the New Testament and the Old Testament, but it's inspiring people about these stories. And also just the architecture is beautiful. Even if you look at the manuscripts of monks, beautiful. They've spent hours and hours and hours writing this stuff. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to spend hours writing a letter or writing a newsletter, but I am telling you to be inspired by just the beauty in the Catholic Church. We're designed, we're attracted to things that are beautiful. So just Google, beautiful manuscripts, beautiful stained glass windows, just to get inspired with, how to write, the text that you use, the font, how you space things, how you organize if you're doing pictures, but just be inspired by our Catholic heritage and don't try and cut corners and make something that looks 21st century. Make something that looks beautiful and Catholic, and make something that doesn't look like it's clip art. The great thing about being Catholic is we have this rich heritage. So that's step 1. Use use a beautiful template. Number 2, you want to keep things simple and focus on one message. So, and this is where I kind of say that a newsletter usually isn't the best thing because you're just most of the time you're overflowing them with too many things. You're telling them what you did in the summer, the spring, the fall, all these different stories, and you're putting a whole bunch of pictures, and then on top of that, you're asking them for a donation. It's just a little too much, I think. So my encouragement to you is really to focus on whether it's like one story or one big message about what you did this year that really made an impact on the people's lives that you help with your mission. So just focus on one thing, and that helps you focus on the ask. So it really is, you could say it's two things, but it is one thing encapsulated, inspiring them with that one thing, which leads into a request of asking them for their financial support. So again, keep it simple, focus on one message, and go from there. Now, the third thing is I want you to avoid scare tactics. What I mean by that is don't say, please donate, otherwise we can't continue doing our work. Without your support, we can't do this. A lot of these things sound nice, but to be honest, they're not true. I would hope they're not, because if you didn't get any more donations, I hope that you're doing God's will, which really you started without any funds. I mean, have you ever heard of a saint say, God wanted me to do this, but first I got to find the donors, I got to find the support. I don't know St. Vincent de Paul doing that. I don't know St. Ignatius doing that. I don't know Mother Teresa doing that. I don't know St. Benedict doing that. St. Bernard. You go along the list of all the saints. They did what they did because God wanted them to do it, regardless if they got funding or not. So don't do these scare tactics where you say, without your support, I can't do this. I mean, maybe say without your additional support, we can't grow and expand. That's a little bit different, but don't tell them that, we can't do this. People are going to be starving without your support. Just the Catholic message, the gospel message is very positive. So you want to be positive. You want to be inspirational. Also, I just want to read one thing that I wrote in my article, so make sure that you jump over. People are more inspired to donate when they hear great things are being accomplished. So they want to hear the good news story, which is that one thing presented in a very beautiful way. And then you ask them for financial support. Those are three things that I think will really help you with your Advent appeal letter. Make sure that you read all the other articles on my website on Advent. If you just, on the search bar on the top right, you'll see there's a space to just type word Advent. You'll get additional information on how to write an Advent letter. Also information on how to do your end of year fundraising, some of the key things to do to make sure that you don't miss or forget. So with that, I hope this has been very helpful. Reach out to me directly, leave a comment below. My contact information is on my website, catholicfundraiser.net. Thank you so much. God love you, and I'll speak to you next week. Bye.